tiny. So explaining that, you buy when the market's lower, it would cost you more to buy these now than for what you're selling them.
That's what the truth is. The same coins cost a lot more in the wholesale market because gold has jumped up over $50 an ounce in a week. And you know what? It's at 1,005, and I wouldn't be surprised a bit that if it jumps into that 1,150 range here very shortly. It's moving that direction. The United States dollar is under attack internationally. It's not just here now. As we add more liability to our government coffer, the federal printing press just turns on full speed. And what do you think is going to happen to the dollars we earned if we have to compete with money that's being created from nothing?
Ted, that's the point I'm trying to make, is that as the general public, because before, 3, 4, 5% maybe of the public physically held silver and gold, now they're saying it's getting up to 6, 7, 8%, and the price is exploding. As the yuppies find out that the stock market's going up and gold's going up because devalued dollars are chasing it. The stock market didn't go up. Gold didn't go up. Dollars went down. As soon as they figure that out, they're going to want to get out of dollar-denominated stocks and bonds. They're going to want to hold physical gold. And what the economists talk about is as inflation kicks in globally on top of this depression, that will drive commodities up. Oil's going up. All precious metals are going up. And so at least in the short term, gold is a win-win-win-win-win. I believe the markets are so manipulated that it may hold for a while coming up here in the next few months, but then in the next year may rocket past 2,000. Who knows? The point is, ladies and gentlemen, there's not a better investment any way you slice it than silver and gold if you get a good deal on it. Give Ted Anderson a call. They can tell you about the risk associated with it. Yeah, the risk is you won't make the huge profits. $300 gold 5-6 years ago, $1,100 now. But there still are some risk. There's risk if you drive your car, you can get run over today. The point is the risks are a lot less, in my opinion, common sense opinion, in gold and silver than they are in the stinking stock market or in real estate or anything else. Folks, what do kings and queens and pirates and criminals, what do they have? The people that know, that are street smart, they have gold. They have their treasure chest. They have their hoard, ladies and gentlemen. It'll always be that way. It's always been that way. Metal. What's a dragon want to sit on? A big pile of gold. Ladies and gentlemen, what do the kings have in their hoards? Gold. For 6,000 years, gold. Gold. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. We told you get gold 5-6 years ago. It's up 4 times what it was now. Right at 4 times, ladies and gentlemen. 800-686-2237. Ted Anderson, thank you so much for joining us.
It's always a pleasure, Alex.
800-686-2237. Gold, silver, metal. It comes out of the ground. It's God's true system of wealth, not this fraud paper created by Madoff. 800-686-2237.
You may be new to freeze-dried foods. You may have storable food questions. You may want to buy your freeze-dried foods from a very reputable company and not go broke in the process. Welcome to the Freeze-Dry Guy. Okay, actually, we're more than just one guy. We're a California-based company that's been serving our U.S. military and other government agencies with the finest in freeze-dried storable foods and emergency rations since 1970. See all about us at freezedryguy.com. With Freeze-Dry Guy freeze-dried foods, you can and will be ready for just about any unexpected crisis. Freeze-Dry Guy foods are delicious, require little preparation, and will taste just as fresh decades from now as they do today. Just add hot water and serve. Backpackers consistently rate us #1 year after year as the best tasting and ease of preparation. Isn't that what you want for your family? Visit freezedryguy.com or call 866-404-FOOD. That's 866-404-3663 or go to freezedryguy.com. Freeze-Dry Guy, the best you can buy.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
I have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Well, we had Judge Andrew Napolitano on with us today, then Governor Jesse Ventura, and now we have Dr. Rima Laibow, MD, and her husband together back in Panama. The one, the only, Major General Albert Stubblebine III, U.S. Army, retired. We went over his bio last week. You can find out more at healthfreedomusa.org. One word, healthfreedomusa.org. And we are honored to have them with us into the next hour for the balance of the show. Coming up at 20 after, I promise we're going directly to your questions or comments for General Stubblebine or Dr. Laibow. But for now, they're going to give us an update on Codex Alimentarius. They just returned from Germany, exposing what's happening there to give us this report. Then we'll get into the latest flu developments with this soft kill weapon. Doctor and General, it's good to have you back with us.
Thank you so much, Alex. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Great being back.
You talked about Codex, and I want to remind you listeners that the Codex Alimentarius is a UN commission which is run and funded by WHO, not your friends, and the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, another not person-friendly organization that we in the United States know much less about than we do WHO. I want to remind you that WHO is using a two-pronged genocidal tool. One prong is the degradation of the world's food supply and the mandating of undernutrition, which they admit is the principal care. The undernutrition is the principal cause of what they call the non-communicable preventable diseases of undernutrition: cancer, cardiovascular disease, stroke, diabetes, and obesity. These 5 diseases alone are not only the 5 principal moneymakers for Big Pharma, and of course we have to add vaccines in there as another principal moneymaker, big time. But in addition to that, they are the principal killers in the developed and now the developing world. So if you mandate undernutrition and then sanctimoniously say, well, it's undernutrition that causes these diseases, isn't that too bad? You are definitely talking out of both sides of your genocidal mouth. The other thing that WHO has been doing since 1974 is perfecting genocidal vaccines, and they've been caught on it in places like the Philippine High Court. They've been...
You know, that's a good point. I didn't bring this up to you, Dr. Laibow. Last week, it actually came out in UN documents where they discussed in the 60s, in fact, we need to get that pulled back up, they discussed using vaccines as the delivery system of cancer and sterilization. So, I mean, as you said, they've been caught by high courts in India, the Philippines, in Africa. I mean, this is really starting to get out.
That's right. And it's very important for your listeners and the people that your listeners talk to, and for the people who go to our website, healthfreedomusa.org, to understand that these sacred cow organizations, the U.S. government, WHO, the UN, and the pharmaceutical industry, are held aloft